Ok, bonjour, bienvenue. Aujourd'hui, c'est le mercredi 23 décembre. C'est un peu vendredi, hein, donc joyeux vendredi. Demain, c'est les vacances. Ok. On va faire un petit échauffement, et puis on va réviser les couleurs, hein, et puis on va réviser qu'est-ce qu'elles portent, qu'est-ce qu'ils portent. Ok. Ok, donc pour l'échauffement, je vais vous demander de faire une petite activité en groupe, hein. So for the warm-up, I'll ask you all to do a little activity in a group. And I know there were two people in this class who were in club yesterday, French club yesterday. This is a more sophisticated version of the activity we did yesterday. So you've got a bit of a head start on that. All right. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to open up the slides I'm about to send you and then come on back here. Okay. So I'm going to send you a link to these slides and then I'll come back and I'll explain the activity. And then I'll send you into breakout groups for a little bit to work on this with a partner. And it's just for goofs. It's just for fun, okay? Not graded. Ok, donc vous devez faire un cadeau à votre neveu. Donc imaginez que c'est un neveu. Vous pouvez choisir un nom de neveu. So you can choose your nephew's name. Hein? Donc voici la situation. So here's the situation. Votre cauchemar vous a empêché de dormir. Du coup, le 23 décembre, 24 décembre, vous avez passé la journée à ronfler sur le canapé. So you had a really rough time sleeping the night of the 23rd, and so the 24th or the day before whatever holiday you're giving a gift for, you spent the whole day passed out on the couch, just sleeping. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's 8 p.m. You woke up and you realize, oh, I got to get a gift for my nephew and I got nothing to give to them. Hein, vous devez acheter un cadeau à votre neveu. Toute la famille s'est mise d'accord pour vous laisser vous en occuper. Mais le problème, c'est qu'il est 20 heures et tout est fermé. So the whole family is waiting on you to give them this gift, to give your nephew this gift, right? And so it's like, okay, it's on you. Great. And it's really important that you get a good gift. Mais le problème, c'est qu'il est 20 heures et que tout est fermé. But it is 8 p.m. and everything's closed. Vous devez vous débrouiller et lui fabriquer un cadeau à partir de ce que vous avez dans votre chambre. So you have to figure something out, right? You've got to make something up just from the items you have in your bedroom. So go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you in a group, and in the group, you're going to decide on 7 numbers. So 7 chiffres, okay? 7 chiffres, 7 numbers between 1 and 25, just random numbers, okay? So on your shared doc, you'll put the numbers in there. And then once you've decided on those numbers, wait until you've decided on those numbers, okay? Wait until you've decided on those numbers, and you're gonna look at what those numbers correspond to, okay? It's gonna be some goofy stuff. There's some really weird stuff in there. And then with your group, you're gonna figure out, okay, well, what are we making for our nephew, right? Right? So first step, I'll send you to breakout groups. Second step, choose one person to share this document and to edit it together. Okay, you're going to share it. Make sure you have editing permissions turned on. So you'll probably want to change that to editor right here. It's going to go to editor. Okay, you'll copy it and send it to your group in the chat so that they can all work together with you, and you'll figure out, okay, what are you going to make? All right. We'll see how this goes. It was kind of bumpy last class. It's a pretty involved activity, but we'll see if we can make it work. And I look forward to seeing what you come up with. And if you finish it and you want to submit it, I would love to see what y'all came up with. There were some pretty goofy ones. So you can submit it here. It's not for credit, okay? But you can submit the link to the slides here once you've finished them. Okay. All right, so I'll go ahead and send you into breakout rooms. So step 1, get with your group. Step 2, figure out sharing the slides. Step 3, decide on 7 numbers. And then step 4, figure out what those numbers correspond to and what you're going to be making. Ok, donc révisons très vite les couleurs. And for this, I'd love to hear y'all speak up and practice pronunciation, right? French is a spoken language. It's not like Latin. It's spoken. So I'd love to hear y'all practice pronunciation. I am recording, but it goes straight into my earbuds. It doesn't go in the recording, okay? You speak up. OK, donc les couleurs, les couleurs. Hein? Donc, c'est quoi cette couleur ici? Quelle est cette couleur? Ici. C'est quelle couleur? Ici. Blanc. OK, blanc et noir. Blanc et noir. OK. Et puis, nous avons les couleurs. OK. Donc, nous avons rouge, bleu, jaune. OK. Donc, c'est quelle couleur ici? Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette couleur? And I'd love to hear y'all practice out loud. It's a spoken language, so try practicing the pronunciation. C'est quelle couleur ici? Good answer in the chat. Ici, c'est quelle couleur? C'est quelle couleur ici? C'est quoi cette couleur?
Bleu.
Bleu. Oui, c'est la couleur bleue. Et ici, c'est quelle couleur? Ici. Donc, bleu.
Rouge.
Rouge, super, rouge. Et ici, c'est quelle couleur? Donc, rouge, bleu.
Jaune.
Jaune, très bien, jaune, super. Rouge, bleu, jaune. Rouge, bleu, jaune, okay? These are the three primary colors traditionally. I am painting a little bit, and there's somebody who said it should actually be cyan, magenta, and yellow. So I don't know how y'all feel about that, but changing it to cyan, magenta, and yellow instead of red, blue, green, red, blue, yellow. So CMYK, which is what printers use. That K is black. CMY. OK, donc rouge, bleu, jaune. Donc rouge, orange, orange, jaune, vert, bleu, violet et rouge. OK? Donc ici, c'est quelle couleur? Ici. C'est quelle couleur? C'est comme en anglais, c'est comme le fruit. Donc nous avons rouge. Orange, oui, oui. Donc rouge, jaune, orange. OK? Et ici, c'est quelle couleur? Bleu, jaune. C'est quelle couleur ici?
Vert.
Oui, vert. Très bien. Vert. Vert. OK? Rouge, orange, jaune, vert, bleu. Et puis bleu et rouge, c'est quelle couleur? C'est la couleur préférée de Prince. La pluie. What color rain is this going to be?
Violet. Violet.
Oui, violet. Très bien, violet. Hein, violet. La pluie violette. Hein, purple rain. Hein, violet or violet. Violet and purple are similar. They're a little different. OK? Violet. OK? Donc, rouge, violet, bleu, vert, jaune, orange. Et ici, c'est quelle couleur? Ici. Bleu, vert, jaune, orange, rouge. OK? OK. Très bien. OK. Et puis, nous avons des couleurs froides et des couleurs chaudes. This is just extra. If you want to know a bit about that. Warm colors, cool colors. Okay. Okay, so I did not grade the slides just yet. I'd hoped to get to it and I didn't, but I will be doing that soon, where I asked y'all to look at these different pictures and work with a group to describe what the person's wearing, and to not only describe what clothes they're wearing, but what color those clothes are, to really try to put this two pieces of vocabulary together. So not just the clothing vocabulary, not just the color vocabulary, but both of them together. And for those of you who haven't done the GIM kit, I really recommend doing it, even if you have done the GIM kit. It's a really, really, really great way to quickly review these colors and clothing items. So over break, I recommend it. OK, donc ici, qu'est-ce qu'elle porte? Elle porte des lunettes de soleil, une veste rouge, un débardeur blanc. Again, un débardeur is a tank top. This isn't quite a tank top, but I have to figure out, I haven't looked up the better word for it. Un débardeur blanc, une jupe noire et blanche, des talons rouges et un sac à main blanc. Okay? Okay. So what I'll ask you to do now is to let me know what these people are wearing. So if it helps, I'll give you a moment to pull up the slides that you submitted, you worked on with your group, and we'll go through them together. And I'd love to hear from you what these people are wearing. We'll start with Zendaya. Oui, super. Donc, un chemisier blanc ou une chemise blanche, un pantalon noir, un collier. Très bien, un collier. Somebody picked up collier. So again, collier is the word for necklace. It can also mean collar, kind of like in English, collier, collar. And it comes from the old word for neck. So these days, you would say un cou for a neck. Un cou. I'll put it in the chat. But back in the day, in the 17th, 16th century, they said un col, un col. So that's kind of archaic older French, un col. So un collier is a thing of the neck, a necklace, okay? Or a collar. It's the same word for both in French. Okay. Très bien, un collier, un chemisier blanc, un pantalon noir. Remember, it's un pantalon. And then des talons noirs, des talons, heels. Elle porte aussi des bas, stockings. We'll learn that next when we come back. OK, et ici, qu'est-ce qu'il porte? Qu'est-ce qu'il porte ici? So we don't know the name for this pattern yet. We'll be learning that when you get back. Mais qu'est-ce qu'il porte? Ici, ici, ici. Oui, donc une chemise bleue, une chemise is a button-up shirt with a collar, typically masculine. Donc une chemise bleue, très bien. Quoi d'autre? Qu'est-ce qu'il porte? Qu'est-ce qu'il porte ici? Peut-être ici ou ici. Qu'est-ce qu'il porte? And if you want to practice speaking, I really recommend it. You need to get that pronunciation in somehow. Qu'est-ce qu'il porte? Donc une chemise bleue. OK. Une chemise bleue, un pantalon jaune, des lunettes de soleil, Il a peut-être ici un bracelet en cuir, une ceinture en cuir, une ceinture, a belt, une ceinture. Et ici, qu'est-ce qu'elle porte? Ici, qu'est-ce qu'elle porte? Oui, donc une robe bleue, elle porte une robe bleue, une écharpe jaune, très bien, un sac à main noir, une veste rouge, oui, très bien, donc une veste rouge, une robe bleue, une écharpe jaune, ouais, une veste rouge, un imperméable, peut-être rouge, ce n'est pas très clair, ok? Des gants en cuir, un bracelet en or, you don't know these yet, but un bracelet en or, golden bracelet, un bracelet en or. OK. Et enfin, qu'est-ce qu'il porte ici? Qu'est-ce qu'il porte? Ouais, donc une veste rouge, il porte une veste rouge, un pantalon rouge, hein? Une serviette is probably what we'd call this like a briefcase, if you want to call it a briefcase. Une serviette, or juste un sac, a bag, un sac à main, pourquoi pas. Pas des bottes, ce ne sont pas des bottes. Hein? Des bottes, so boots will have higher, like up past the ankle, right? So you think about boots as having more ankle support, so it goes up, they're taller, right? Like high tops, but leather usually. Là, ce sont des chaussures, hein? Des chaussures. Très bien. Donc, il porte un costume rouge. Un costume rouge. Un costume is not a costume, it's a suit. I'll put it in the chat. Un costume. So it's usually pants and a jacket. Suit coat and pants. Donc, un costume rouge, une veste rouge, un pantalon rouge. Qu'est-ce qu'il porte ici et ici? What's he wearing here and here? Maybe you remember this, the word for this too, I'm not sure. Qu'est-ce qu'il porte ici? Une cravate rouge, bleu et blanc, très bien. Ouais. Des lunettes, ok. Des lunettes et une montre. Okay. All right. So thanks to folks who participated. If you didn't, you're missing out on some good practice. Okay. And I really want to encourage y'all, especially those who weren't so active today, to go ahead and do that GIMP kit at least once to get at least a little bit of practice. Okay, pour la rentrée, so for after break, please complete these 2 slides in your activity worksheet, okay? So, qu'est-ce qu'ils ont dans la valise? What have they put in their suitcase? So, at minimum, I'd love a list of 3 things each of these people are packing, okay? And you don't have to make complete sentences, just a list of 3 things, just pieces of clothing. If you want to go a step beyond, you can include colors. What colors are they packing, right? And then finally, if you really want to go an extra step, this is above and beyond, you can fill out the avoir, the verb avoir, and you can use the verb avoir to make a sentence. But that's really way above and beyond. I'm not going to ask for that. Okay, so that's just very extra if you're really engaged and interested. We will be going over avoir and être when we get back from break. Okay, but at minimum, I want a list for these, okay? And I'll ask you to submit them after break. Okay, I'll stick around if there are questions. Otherwise, I hope you have a very restful break. I hope you take good care, you stay safe, and you come back feeling refreshed. I know this is a tough time, and I know this is not the break that you had hoped for probably, but I hope you have a great one. Au revoir, bonnes vacances.